Hey, y'all. So, guess what today is? You got it. Today, I got the call from the Bariatric Center from a consultation. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, yeah. They called this morning, and I was actually on the other line with my daughter. And so I denied the call. I didn't recognize the number. So, when I got off the phone with her, I went back over there and I tried to call him back, and it said that it was a non-working number. I'm like, it's spam, so I blocked the number. Yeah, leave it to me. Yeah, well, anyway, so then there was a voicemail that popped up. So I checked the voicemail. Yeah, so it was the Bariatric Center. So they gave me a different number to call back. So I called them, and they said that they was wanting to schedule my consultation. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, so when I called them, it's scheduled for January the 23rd, and at 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah. And they was going to do it on the 22nd, but my husband has an appointment. I can't be in two places at one time. No. So, anyhow, yeah. So, I had a talk with my oldest daughter this morning. Yeah. Okay. Every time I decide that I want to start eating healthy and watching, what I'm eating, taking some weight off, and so forth, my kids sabotage me. They do. They sabotage me. I kid you not. Last time, I was coming home from church, and we normally will stop somewhere and grab something, and that when I'm eating healthy, though, I normally try to eat at home. And that's what I had intended to do, because if I remember correctly, the day before, I had made a roast. And that roast was like, it was so good. And they stopped at Domino's Pizza. Yep. Bought a Domino's Pizza. A large one. That wasn't the butt kicker. The butt kicker was they put it in my lap on the way home. Now, was that very nice? No. Okay. On their behalf, I'm not 100% sure that they knew that I was actually watching what I'm eating. I don't know. But anyhow, so I had a talk with my daughter this morning, and I got a sneeze coming on. But I told her this morning, I said, honey, y'all are going to have to stop bringing the junk foods into the house, because I'm fixing to do the weight loss surgery. And she didn't come out and say this, but it was like this close to saying it, that it was basically a cop-out. And I'm like, really? Okay, so this year, 2019, I think I've tried dieting. Well, I don't really even want to call it dieting, but I've tried different diets. I don't know how many times, several times. Tried watching my weight and all that, and every time they're bringing cakes, pies, pizza. I love pizza. So pizza's one of my, yeah, weaknesses. But, you know, cakes, pies, ice cream, you name it. They bring it into the house. And so I told her, I said, Tiff, I said, if you want stuff like that, you got to leave it at the door. And she said, well, she kind of conceded. I got a bubble in my hair and it's driving me nuts. But she kind of conceded and she's like, well, I'll just kind of bring it into my room. And I said, that's fine. I said, you can do that. I said, I've got to get this weight off. I mean, it's just getting worse. Y'all know that I've had this knee replacement surgery and I'm still recuperating from it. And my family laughs at this, but ever since I was a little girl, I've always been really hot-natured. And, very hot-natured. I would go outside wearing shorts and flip-flops in snow. Yeah. So cold has never bothered me. And when I had this knee replacement surgery, I've been freezing. That's why I've got this jacket on. It's not really a jacket. I love this thing. I got it at Walmart, and I love this thing. It's nice and comfy. But anywho, I say that my neurosurgeon turned off my thermostat. He turned my thermostat off because ever since my surgery, I have been freezing to death. Seriously, freezing to death. So, anyhow, what I was going to tell y'all is, but no, when I talked to my daughter, and I just told her, and she's like, even though she still sees it as a cop-out, I don't see it as a cop-out. I see it as a tool because she's like, this was what she said. She said, well, Mama, if you can't stick to those diets that you've been on just in the last year, how are you supposed to stick to the diet that this doctor put you on after surgery? Yeah. You know what my response was? How am I supposed to stick to a diet when y'all are dangling all these treats and junk foods and everything else under my nose? I mean, seriously. I'm not exactly a food addict, but I love me some food. And my thing isn't the cakes and the pies. My thing, you give me some bread and some potatoes. Sorry about that, guys. That was said daughter that walked in here. Okay, anyhow, yeah. My food weakness is not the cakes and pies. It is, give me, bread and, oh, I love me some spicy taters. I love me some spicy taters. Okay, so, yeah. But anyway, and I just told her, I said, Tiff, I said, y'all don't help. I said, if y'all would help. And I said, and what I mean by that is, I said, keep the dadgum, if y'all want to, have junk food, bring healthy junk food into the house. Don't bring stuff that I'm going to be tempted with. I mean, seriously. Hello? That makes sense. I mean, someone who's quitting smoking, would you, take a pack of cigarettes and just, tie it around their neck and say, but you can't have any? Seriously? I mean, it's basically the same thing. It is. So, or someone who's, not supposed to have, what is it, the diabetics that aren't supposed to have sugar or whatever, It's the same thing. So, anyway, and I wanted to tell y'all something too. Last time I went to the doctor, I'm kind of afraid that I might be pre-diabetic or diabetic because my numbers was up And he said, when he did my blood tests and stuff, and he said, well, he said, your numbers is up. He said, we're just going to keep an eye on it. So this couldn't come in a better time. I know, oh, I wanted to tell y'all, okay. So every time that I've decided that I'm going to, you know, watch what I'm eating and start living healthier and stuff like that, I'm basically doing it on my own. Now, my husband, Joey, is wonderful. And I can honestly say that he is wonderful when I do this. And the reason that I say that is because unlike my children, my grown children who should know better, he wants to eat exactly what I eat. So if I'm in there cooking, he's like, no, cook me some too. If I'm exercising, he's right there with me. If I want to go walking, he walks with me, you know. So he's wonderful about that kind of stuff. He doesn't bring anything into the house, and if I don't have it, he doesn't have it. Now, I will say this, you know, on occasion, he'll have, you know, he's not really a pizza eater, but he did, that pizza that I was talking about, he did have a slice of that pizza. Only because there was none of that roast left. Because you know who ate that roast. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But it's just, you know, I need a support system. So this time I was talking to my friend. She's my dolly friend. She's one of my, I love her to death. I really do. I love her to death. She's awesome. But I was talking to her about that I need to, you know, drop some of this weight. And that I want to do the weight loss surgery. And she knows my feelings on the weight loss surgery. She knows that for the longest time it was, I don't want to do weight loss surgery. I want to do it on my own. And I really, you know, and I still feel that way. I would love to do it on my own. I just, you know, it's hard. It really is. It's hard. And I think, you know, doing a weight loss surgery is a tool. You know, it's a tool. Well, anyway, so I was talking to her about it. And Shanika is her name. And her nickname is Nika. And I was texting her. And Nika says, well, I'll do it. I'll do it with you. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, don't you have insurance? And she's like, yeah, I got insurance. I'm like, well, check with your insurance carrier and see if it covers. And I said, you know, maybe you can, we can do it together. So she had her doctor's appointment, and she had some issues with her blood pressure and all. She's got to get regulated and all that. But so she's got an appointment with a dietitian and all that. So she's already got it set up, and I'm like, yes. So that's exciting. But anyway, that's a good thing, because now I'm going to have a diet buddy. Yes, that's a help. I mean, you know, doing it on your own is hard. And when you've got someone that's going to be doing it basically side by side with you, you know, okay, I had this to eat, you know, and she'll tell me, well, I had this to eat. And you know what I'm saying? You know, and just accountable to ourselves, but to each other also, because, you know, we're in it together. So, and I think that's going to be a good thing. And I think that's going to be another tool, you know. So, yes, I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this. And, but anyway, so yeah, January 23rd is my consultation. And as soon as I get through with that, when I talked to him, and I can't remember if I said this before, this is like the fourth video that I've tried making, and something is always happening. So anyway, and I've had to cut this video like 4 times already. Yeah. But when I called the center, they said that I would have an an hour and a half, it would be, you know, that the doctor would talk to me. It's kind of like a conference with the, and I guess he's going to go over everything with me on it. And I can't have anything to eat for 4 hours before, because they're going to be doing blood work and labs. I don't like needles. I'll do it. Yeah, I gotta do it. Anyway, yeah, so, but my appointment's at 10 o'clock in the morning, so I just want to eat breakfast that morning. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm excited about it, you know. I think when I went to the other doctor, last year, it was, year and a half, no, year before last. Yeah, year before last. I didn't even see the doctor. And I didn't like that setup. And the reason that I did not like that setup was because when you parked your car, it literally was a 45-minute walk through the hospital. And you had to have a map to find the... And we had went 4 times and we still had to have a map to find it. It was, it was bad. And then when I went in there the first time, they said that I would not even meet the doctor until the day of the surgery. Huh? What? Yeah. So I didn't feel comfortable with that. I didn't feel comfortable with that, you know. And so God works in mysterious ways, and I really believe that's why I lost my insurance anyway, because I wasn't supposed to have that kind of surgery. You know, and you're not meeting the doctor, and it just, you know. Yeah. So anyhow, but I will, I know I keep saying this, and I keep getting excited. I'm just excited, y'all. If y'all haven't noticed it, I really am. I'm excited. I keep getting sidetracked. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I got a baby I got to make. If you know me, I'm a baby doll maker. So that's what I mean by making a baby. Anyway, y'all have a good one and God bless.